Sexy with Class Magazine presents Ask a Model Wednesdays with your host, Christopher Love.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Anna from Las Vegas. She's on Sexy with Class Magazine.
Hi.
That's your sexy voice?
Yes.
All right. So you got some big projects coming. You're flying to Oregon?
Yes, I am.
So what photographer are you going to shoot with in Oregon?
I don't know yet. I know that I've got a couple messages, but we'll see. You know what I mean? Like I go in planning to relax, and if it happens, it happens. You know, like I don't want to get my hopes up and it ruin my vacation and like rush for things that are not set in stone yet. So I'm definitely gonna try to create some stuff. I always try to create every time I travel. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but I will for sure enjoy myself.
What city in Oregon are you going to?
We're going to the coast. And then we're gonna go actually to Seattle. I don't think it's Oregon, is it?
No, it's Washington.
I think it's Washington, yeah. So it's like really close to the area we're gonna be at. It's like a 30-minute drive from the area up northern coast. And then we're gonna just pop over to Seattle, and I for sure have a couple people there who I want to work with. Some filming directors that are doing like indie style filming for like the Me Too subject that was going on. So I really
that's stuff. I'm like, it's kind of scary. I'm like, is every girl being raped?
I wouldn't say every girl's been raped, but I know that I don't know, I'm more like equal, so I think men and women both go through that. You know, I think yes, the female gender is more likely to be going through that, just because maybe females look like easy prey, maybe us being fragile make it look like it's easier to harass a woman than a man. But I think that men and women go through that, and all genders and all sexual orientations go through that, because I have male friends, like I said, who are straight and are gay, and they've gone through that as models and actors. So
yeah, I know the industry kind of touchy, but this is my opinion.
Go ahead, Chris. What's your opinion?
I think, it's all serious, but I met plenty of girls that will wait years later or months later to, mention it. And I think, they kind of like have no case because of that.
I mean, I think it all depends on how it is. Like, for example, the Harvey Weinstein thing, I have very mixed feelings about it, because at first I thought, well, what's the point of everybody, like, I feel like, with Bill Cosby, everybody just jumping on a train. Oh, one person's complaining, and then all of a sudden people just want to complain. Let's jump on the complaining train, and let's just jump on board. People are followers. So I'm thinking, like, what's the point? Like, if one or two people pop up and they have an issue, a fresh issue with Harvey Weinstein, why was everybody popping up from like 20 years ago? But I also understand that maybe they were just trying to help out, and this was just a due date for him. Like, this is gonna be it. It's gonna stop, and everybody just wanted to put their little, grain of sand to make it stop. So I have very mixed feelings about it. Like, at first I was like, why are people waiting so long? Like, 20 years ago is a long time to barely say something.
2 decades.
Yeah, I honestly, yes, that was my first initial opinion. And then seeing how much of a predator he does look like, I was honestly, now I'm thinking, well, wow, it actually made it more serious. It gave me a sense of the seriousness of the case. It's like, wow, it's almost all Hollywood he messed with and harassed. So it's pretty serious.
Weinstein or Cosby?
Weinstein, not Cosby. He only had 12, 15 people. But no, Harvey Weinstein, I can't even keep count anymore. It's like all of Hollywood, basically. But I believe, I agree with what you're saying. I believe that it has to be a certain way. If you're a lady who's been harassed, obviously, try to speak up. At least call a hotline. There's hotlines for international And all over the United States, there's hotlines you can call 24/7 to report a case, talk with somebody confidential, get some advice, know what to do if you don't want to tell your family or friends. Call the hotline, inform yourself, get out your chest, learn what you can do, and yeah, take your time. But if, for example, like me, I've been harassed. I've gone through things, being a model, photographers. Some of them aren't very professional. They, act like human beings at the moment, and they make comments or they make offers. And I have gone through that, but I wouldn't go out of my way to bash somebody like publicly I wouldn't open up a police case since nothing happened to me, since it's been for my case, my cases are from 6 years, 3 years ago. I just buried it, and I would only do it, I would only bring it up if I had a new model or a friend who was going to work with that person. I would do it on the down low, privately, hey, just, I went through this with this person, and leave it at that. I wouldn't.
I think what's making it tough is you this young lady who has dreams and aspirations to become an actress. You leave your state to go to LA, and you really don't have that much funds, and it's very competitive. And this guy, pretty much making an offer. Yet you have to kind of do something out of the ordinary. And I think it's unfair to put someone
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which is why, Harvey Weinstein, he is labeled as a predator. And it is being predator behavior, where you prey on someone who's more fragile, who's less fortunate than you are, who's in a circumstance, and you prey on them for that. So it just, trust me, when I go out of town by myself, it is intimidating, but I know that, I'm a little street. I intimidate people, so I ain't that scared, because I feel like my presence, I always try to keep ladies out there. My advice is make your presence known, and always know self-defense. I know self-defense. Always have a little tiny, if you can, a little tiny pepper spray that looks like a pen or a lipstick. I have that. Have things that you can always be prepared for the worst. So I always, when I come in, I'm alone. Yes, I'm a little intimidated. I'm nervous. I'm scared. But I come in and I'm ready to roll. And I'm sitting there okay, I always keep my eyes on the exits, doors, windows. I always come prepared. Never doubt people. Just know that if something like that ever happened, if I was to be forced to do something I don't want to do, I'm going to fight.
When you advise, though, not to go to a shoot by yourself, carry a chaperone?
You know what? Yes, I've always done that. That's my priority, is the fact that, no matter what, the best thing to do is how to handle yourself. As a model or actor, well, not actor, because, productions, when I work productions, most productions are big. Yeah. So I really feel more comfortable. It's a whole set. There's a lot of people, extras, PAs, food people, a lot of people there. So I always go by myself. I have no worries. And it's always public areas, hotels or whatever movie production. I always feel comfortable on production sets. But when it comes to photo shoots where it's a one-on-one photographer model going to a hotel suite or something like that, either A, I prefer shootouts, workshops, where there's a lot of photographers and a lot of models. I prefer those. And if it's not that, it's either someone I kind of know. I've been very fortunate to, have a buddy-buddy system. Know who the photographers are, personally, as in friends, acquaintances. I really know who they are. I've known them before I even shot with them. So I try to get to know who I'm shooting with. If they're new people, I try to background check them. I try to go online and search their company, if they're legit, number one. So inform yourself, and I just try to be careful. That's the best thing I could say. But I do get nervous, and if it's someone that I can't see too much info about, I do try to ask them first. Like I said, is the way you handle yourself. Message them and ask them, hey, is it cool if I bring a chaperone? Is it cool if I bring someone with me? And if they're not cool with it, then you got to make a judgment call. Yeah. Is it really worth it? Is this photo worth your life? Is this photo worth you going through something? That is all I can say. Yes. Yep. That is pretty much all I can tell you is this photo, is this shoot worth it? Going through that mess. It could potentially be mess. And I always say, no, it's not. If I have a feeling, if I even have I don't know how I feel about it, I don't do it.
Yeah, I don't like a photographer shouldn't have an issue if a model want to bring a chaperone for her safety. If he's like no, then like I definitely have like my red flags going up.
Well, you know what I get a lot? Well, I used to get a lot when I first started was photographers saying, no, I don't allow any chaperones. I don't allow any husbands or boyfriends because I've had my gear stolen and I've had a gun pointed at me, and they want to act that victim card. Well, ladies and gentlemen, models out there, let me tell you from my experience, you know what I always tell them? I said, well, why didn't you file a police report? Why didn't you put them in jail? Why you let it slide like that? And they never have a response because I don't fall for that little phony, oh, I don't allow because I'm scared for my life. Well, I'm scared for my life too. So, you know.
I had one time a model brought her husband on set. It was very uncomfortable for me. Like, I didn't mind him being there, but it was like weird. I'm asking his wife to like, hey, you know, toot it up some so I could get a better picture of your, you know, derriere. It was just weird.
I mean, yeah, it depends what shoot it is. I mean, like I said, I've been very fortunate in my case to know a lot of the people I shoot with. Like, I get to know them first. I don't know, just the way it works, but, you know, I can imagine if you bring your husband and you got to do these positions and all lingerie. I mean, like, for example, my husband in particular, he's more open to it because he met me doing that. Like, he met me doing a bikini shoot. He met me working. So it's part of us. So if he was to be if he was to be there, it's me at work. It's me on the job. Like, he knows the difference, but I know that not everyone's like that. It just depends. And I can't imagine a regular boyfriend would be like, oh, you know, jealous.
So he saw you on set. He was like, dang, what's up?
Yeah, it was kind of like that a little bit. It was more like, hey, I'm lost. Which way should I, you know, he was lost and I was at work and I was like, oh, you go that way. And then we just started talking, and then from that point on, we would always run to each other when I'm working, like doing the modeling, like gigs. And from that point, you know, one thing led to another. And we, you know, he likes a woman, like a lot of men, some men like a woman with a career and a woman who's determined to have her own. So he liked that about me. But, you know, I think, well, not just money, but, you know, he's the kind of man who likes a woman who can hold her own and isn't waiting for someone to make her happy. He's happy that I can make myself happy, and I was happy when I found him. So he's happy to just join the party and, oh, you know, okay, well, focus on us, and we both have things to do, and we combine them, you know, because I get him into modeling myself, you know, so we're very compatible. It's important. Here I am being Dr. Phil. Like, given the relationship, love doctor, photography.
How to get a man on a photo set.
How not to get killed.
So I'm very interested in your set of photos, the Beowulf photo type.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That wasn't meant to be.
Waist up?
No. Well, the ones that I posted were like tiny frame, just upper body. But there are some that are almost full body, but from a distance, but those aren't ready yet. But this shoot wasn't actually meant to be the Beowulf character. I channeled her because I've always loved like that character since I was little, like the mythology, the character and the movie. I was just like, I love this character, you know, the monster mom and how sexy she can be and how ugly she actually, oh my God, I love the whole idea. So I've always wanted to do a golden shoot, and I had this photographer who was like, oh yeah, I would love you to do it. So we had a body painter, she body painted me, put some golden flakes, but it was just meant to be like a New Year's project. It was meant to be like a experiment.
It'd be nice if you're able to do the whole thing.
I know, I want to do it again. Yes, I want to do it again. This photographer actually is a strictly family portrait photographer. Like, this was out of her comfort zone. She wanted to try it with me because she felt comfortable. She was like, you know, I've never really done some creative things, and you do a lot of creative things, and you do body paint. And I can't, you know, it's kind of hard to find models who do nude, full-on nude, artistic models, and it's hard to find models who are comfortable in their own skin who do body paint. And I love to do body paint. I don't do full on nude. I'm not that comfortable, to sit in a class for hours and people look at every corner of my body and sketch it. But I am very comfortable in body paint. I love body paint. And I'm comfortable in my own skin to wear body paint. And I've gone outdoors in body paint for gigs. And yeah, she was like, oh, it's hard to find models who do body paint and you do creative shoots. Let's try it. So it was an experiment for her. And it turned out great. I like it.
That's cool. That's definitely a step out of her comfort zone. She's taking family.
Oh, yes. Because she only does family portraits.
That's
like,
on, man.
Well, everybody has their flow and their thing, and you know what, I like that, because she does that. Someone's got to do it, right? So do only this, someone's got to do only that, keep the options going.
Yeah, for sure. I got offered last week, matter of fact, to do a wedding shoot. I was like, nah, I don't do that type of stuff. I recommended my other photographer friend.
I know weddings are very challenging.
It is challenging, and plus they don't be trying to pay either. I'm like, I ain't doing all that for the amount you want me to do it for. Hell no.
Which is, that's crazy for me, because I actually learned that through my photography friends, that weddings, people go cheap on it. Like, people don't want to pay, and people are demanding. Like, a lot of people, wedding photography is not for everybody, and I learned that from my photographer friends. I would have thought, weddings, hey, who doesn't want to do them? Everybody gets married. Why not? And then you go behind the scenes and you hear that you need 100 batteries because you go through your batteries die really easy. You need a bunch of SD cards because you need to take a bunch of photos, snap every second.
Well, not too many people got respect for photographers due to the fact their phones can take nice photos, but
well then different. Go hire a photographer. Take selfies at your wedding.
Though, why would you have somebody take photos of your wedding with a cell phone?
I've seen it all. Trust me, I've seen people, I've had some people I knew, and they were bragging about their wedding, and I saw they actually took photos with their camera, and then when I saw the photos, I seen a few weddings. I think they should call them budget weddings, because the venue looks cheap, and then, they have tape, scotch tape on their, tables, and then they got, plastic garbage bags for, the linen of the tables. I don't know. I was just sitting there can they at least hide it? Can they put a bow on the table? Can they, you know what I'm saying? Plastic cups, and they put a flower in there. I've seen it all. So it doesn't surprise me that the way people are becoming more used to free things, people are becoming more stingy. But I believe that you don't have to be an expert to appreciate photographers or their work or photography. You know what I mean? I don't have to know very much. I don't even have to be a model to know, hey, look at these images. They look professional. Wow, this person is skilled at their craft. Let me hire them,
Wow.
I don't have, unless you're blind, of course, but I can see. So I have eyes, and I see the fact that, a professional photo looks very different from a cell phone camera. Very different. A professional photo makes you look nice. The lighting looks like you in heaven or something. It just looks great. The colors, you look younger, you look vibrant. You look so different on a professional photographer. Professional photographer.
I noticed that you like those majestic type look photos. It definitely makes you think. Besides she's beautiful, it's oh wow, look at the light she's staring to heaven.
One thing, I definitely do, of course, who doesn't like the Beyonce flow in their photo, but I definitely feel even though I work with beginner photographers and I work with expert photographers, and I enjoy all of them the same. I personally just love the craft of modeling, and I love the craft of just creating images. So what I do is, even if I know it's a beginner photographer who may not have all the equipment, I believe that it's a 50-50 thing. 50% of the photo is made by the model and the other 50 is by the photographer. Now, what does the 50 entail in a model? It entails the model's posture, poses, her makeup, her hair, what she's doing, the outfit, how she handles it, how she looks at the camera, not blinking, not looking nervous, is the 50% of the model. The other 50 is the photographer. Now, why do I say 50? Even though I know photographers are like, oh, with editing is like more percentage. No, it's 50-50 because the rest of the work, yes, it's a photographer. You know, the editing, the lighting, where they're at taking the photo, the, you know, time they make, like day or night time, indoor, outdoor studio. Like, I think it's a 50-50 thing. If it's
do you prefer
a model.
take photos at a studio or outside?
I love them both. I really do. I can't make up my mind. I love them both. When I'm in the studio, I mean, granted, I don't know. I do the same things outside and inside, believe it or not. You know, I do kind of, I mean, who doesn't enjoy indoors? Because, you know, you got the AC going, you got a room to change in, you got the bathroom right there. You know, you can take some snack. And then outside, I feel that it is more of a challenge, but I do love creating in both areas. Like, outside is more difficult, but I enjoy it. It's like Fear Factor, you know? Like, I have like all these outfits and I gotta learn how to change real quick outside when there's nowhere to change, and you know, like, I don't know, I enjoy it. How do I do that? If there's a car, switch it up. If there's not, I bring a tarp with me, I switch it up. If not, if there's no tarp, if there's no car, and I'm like in front of a bunch of people, I pretty much just layer my clothes and then I pull out the outfit underneath. You know what I'm saying?
That's creative right there.
I gotcha. You gotta make it happen. It's like Bear Grylls in the wilderness out there.
Get it done.
Yeah, I can't let it stop you, but it is more comfortable in the studio, of course. Because, like, you know, sometimes as a model, you know, you get hella thirsty, there's a bit of drink outside, and then it's kind of hot, and you gotta look like you're not hot or cold, and then you got, like, people staring at you, you know, because outside you got people more likely to bother you and photobomb you, you know. Like, what's going on over there?
Hey, what's going on? Are you a model?
Oh my God. Like, it was hilarious because every time I shoot outside, you know, because I do bring really nice outfits and like really nice, you know, props and jewelry. And like, I be dressing up hella nice when I do outdoor, you know. And the last shoot I did last week, it was cracking me up because they thought I was Cardi B. I'm over there like with my jumpsuit, my Louis Vuitton heels, and then people were stopping by and they were like literally filming me and Snapchatting me saying I'm Cardi B. And I was like, no, I'm not. And I'm thinking like, why? I don't even have the dark black hair. Like, I love Cardi B. I don't look like her though. Maybe the body on me, but I don't know. People just thought I was Cardi B for some reason. I was like,
you got that Cardi B energy. That's
yeah, and then somebody said, oh, is this Love and Hip Hop? Are they filming? I was like, no. I was cracking up so hard.
I did a podcast today about Cardi B.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I do love her, though. She's funny. I mean, I feel like she's going to have a lot of work to outdo her Bodak Yellow song. I feel like, I don't know, once you go that high, I don't know, like, how can you, it's going to...
The beat is hot. Like, Kodak Black already had that beat. So it's easy for her to hop on that and do good. She did good. She just got to be creative and come out with another banger.
Yeah, but as like for Cardi B, I kind of see it as, you know, working in the industry and like PR and all that. I kind of see it like in her position. I think one of the main reasons she was popping and made like Billboard like top 5 and then beat Taylor Swift and all this and that is because nobody expected it from her. You see what I'm saying? Like, it was like a pop. Like, she was popping because she never was. Oh, like when you try something for the first time, like, oh, you know?
Yeah.
And like, or like J-Lo. Like, do you remember before people know who J-Lo was? It was like, who is this Jennifer Lopez? You know? And then before people knew who she was, like, who is this? What? Jennifer what? Jennifer Lopez? What's she gonna do? You know, because when Jennifer Lopez came up, she had Janet Jackson to top off. Everybody was all over the Jacksons. Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, Alicia Keys. You know, all back in the day, it was a lot of that. And then, who's this Jennifer Lopez? You know, and then once she started doing the Let's Get Loud and Waiting for Tonight, you know, but she kept it. She kept it. You know, she kept outdoing herself. But at least J-Lo, even though J-Lo doesn't have a voice, she did use whatever talent she had, like dancing And she did make like original beats. Like she does have her original songs. So hopefully Cardi B can stay up there and keep making original content. Like show us who Cardi B is so she can stay there. Because if not, if she, you know, she's going to have to change up her way, her strategy. Like, okay, fine.
Do good because like she has a lot of personality and like she's just very entertaining just being herself. And like the camera just have to be on her, and she's gonna like perform. She just naturally is entertaining.
Yeah.
I think she probably could switch it up being some movies, and plus like the culture that she came from, like you know the strip clubs and stuff. That's a big group of people. It's a lot of dancers.
She might have to copy like a little bit of Black China's thing, because Black China, she's not an artist. Black China is not a singer. Black China was a stripper, dancer, you know, / model, and she's more been doing modeling, and then from modeling, like from all her modeling, she's been doing her cosmetic line. You know what I'm saying? Plus, when you make that imprint in the industry, she keeps popping. So we'll see which direction Cardi B goes, but she's gonna have to use one or the other. I hope she stays up there, because I do like her and I enjoy her, but remember Anna Nicole Smith? She kind of burnt out for a little while, you know, because if Cardi B stays in the whole I'm Cardi B, I'm entertaining, and she keeps doing the same thing, I mean, you know, how long can you stay?
It's bubblegum industry. Like, it's really like you come in, you come out, you're gone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
It's not a long-lasting type thing, you know. That's why she hasn't came out with another song yet. Like, it's just a single. It ain't no album.
I feel like now that she has everybody's attention with Bodak Yellow, is the time to make another hit. You know? Now that you have all the attention.
Already. She needs to be like Anna, just got her shit together.
Oh, you're so sweet. I try to have my shit together. Sometimes I get burnt out. Sometimes I'm like, what do I do next? I don't know what to do. I run out of ideas. I get model's block.
You get model block.
Like writer's block, you don't know what to write about. I'm like, what do I model now? What do I do? I've done this, I've done that. And then it's frustrating because when like Instagram is useful, but then it's a pain because you see all these people's work at once. And it's great because it fills up your mind. But then, you know how many times I'm sitting here like trying to stay offline, trying to stay creative, think of something to do, and I start making a headpiece, I start getting an outfit, and then someone makes it already. They beat me to the punch. I'm like, oh my God, like it's irritating, but you know, it's a challenge making new material, but it's good, especially when there's only so many new things you could do, you know.
Well, I think that's what being important is, like you being you, because everybody's really doing the same thing, but you just being you make yourself unique because there's only one you.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I am trying to do.
Cause like at the end of the day, I could be looking at other models or whatever, but I enjoy your work because you took those photos.
Yeah, give it a little spice of you, like a little. Like, what's your seasoning?
That's Anna. Nah, cause one of the other they ain't taking the type of photos you take, so like I enjoy your work. So
thank you, and like you know what. It's a blessing. It's a blessing when you have people say they enjoy your work. When you hear those words, it's amazing for me. Like, it just gives me like more energy and more like drive to keep going, because I'm gonna tell you, like, you know, living out in Vegas, going to LA, you just feel like one in a million, or like one in a million photographers, or one in a million models, and you feel like, well, you know, ain't nobody gonna notice me. You know, I'm just another one. There's so many girls, you know, online, and photographers, oh my God, amazing, you know. And then it feels great when I'm out at a party or I'm out somewhere and people come up to me like, hey, I know you. And I'll be like, oh yeah, nice to meet you. Like, I don't know them. And they'll be like, I love your work. Like, they recognize like your work. It feels like you officially like doing it. Like, you officially like respect it. Like, oh, it feels great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's not easy. You know, when I first started modeling, I was always afraid to just be like another girl taking photos. Like, people are going to be like, oh, look at this girl. Oh, look at what she doing. Look at this girl. You know?
Yeah.
And it feels great to grow. Dedication. people respect your work. People say that it's your work. They say, I love your work. That's something I always wanted to hear. Not like, oh, I see your photos. Oh, it's that girl who takes photos, you know? Like,
that's how they be doing me. I don't hear nothing.
What? How can you not hear that? You know, you hear me saying that. I hit you up, like, when I first saw you, like, oh my God, your work is amazing, Christopher. I love your work. Like, I was all up on you.
They be hating on me. They don't want to see me winning.
That.
I really don't care, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put stuff out there every day.
Are you sure going to your spam or something? Because it's impossible for people not to give you compliments. I gave you a compliment.
Well, I have a core group of fans.
Mm-hmm.
And like, we're cool. You know, I'm just joking around a little bit, but like, I'm the creator. I'm not some beautiful woman where I'm gonna get thousands of likes and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I'm doing like the podcast and interviews. It's kind of like have something different than other photographers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So just make it more unique.
And that's something that I love about you, and I respect out of everyone who does that, is when you do things that you like side interests, you know, when you pursue interests instead of just one thing. Like, it's beautiful to see people create different things. Like me, I don't just model, you know, like I also do, like, I write poetry, music, I also draw and I paint, you know, and then I also do choreography and I dance, and I don't just stay modeling. And then I do acting. I love acting and reading scripts, and people always like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Well, I'm a model. You know, I want to be an artist and pursue things that interest me.
When you just stick to one thing, like when I'm doing this, like talking to you, this stuff is challenging, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
I like to challenge myself, because just taking photos get boring after a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and modeling too can get boring, so that's I want.
It sounds like you're over there fucking the alpha up.
Yup, that's me. I forgot to say, I also love to eat.
Yeah,
I also love to That's me. Mm-hmm. I'm also silly. That's one thing people don't think about me. It's like,
it's a red apple or a yellow one.
What's it sound like?
That sound like it's a red one.
It's a red one.
Hold on 1 second.
You know, I'm dying out here. See, I'm also good. Like, this is how good my acting is. Like, I could portray things. You know, I could advertise something in my mouth and a noise. You know. Voiceovers, yes. Yeah, I think I'm too serious in my photos too, because even though I really dedicate myself to my work and my modeling and the photography that I do, maybe I look too serious or something, because people don't know that I'm silly or goofy or just dorky, and they're like, "Oh, you really made a joke. Oh, you're laughing. Oh, you're funny," and I'm like, "Oh, yeah." I don't just stand there looking all serious like on my photos, you know.
Well, it's definitely been fun talking with you. We should do this more often.
Yes. Invite me anytime. Call me anytime. You know, we friends already. I love, you know, being invited, and really grateful for being invited for your podcast, and happy to help in any way to make it successful and contribute.
Cool. Next time I interview you, you got to eat a salad. So see what you sound like eating a salad.
Oh my God, okay. You should hear what I sound like eating a donut.
Oh man, alright, yeah. Get your favorite donut and save it for the podcast.
Or when I go to In-N-Out, that's all you hear. Yo, you hear it's a
Well, thank you, Ada, for being on Sexual Magazine Asking Model Wednesdays.
Thank you so much for having me.
We'll talk again soon, okay?
Definitely.